Welcome to the Empire Diaries, the podcast for ambitious women who know they're made for more. Hosted by powerhouse business and marketing strategist Emily Mallender and founder of the Empowered Collective, this is your weekly dose of real and raw conversations, actionable strategy, and the mindset shifts that will actually transform your business and life.
Welcome to the Empire Diaries. This episode that you're listening to right now and the next one are going to be a little bit different. These are real women, real stories, real voices, real passion, real energy from 20 amazing, incredibly talented, skilled women that came on my content, confidence and visibility weekend at the Empowered Media Studios. Now, something just to pre-warn you about is these episodes were not planned, they weren't scripted, they weren't in the format of the day, they were completely just impromptu and spontaneous. So some of the ladies there were having a conversation on the first day and I entered the room and they said, Emmy, you should be recording this. This is like Loose Women, it's like Oprah or something. So I ran and grabbed a mic and I said, let's continue this conversation that you're all naturally having, but let's record it and I'll put it on the Empire Diaries. And that's because that's what this podcast was made for. Real women in business sharing their real stories. So I'm going to transition over now into that conversation. Like I said, completely unscripted, completely unplanned. So it's not all edited and done, polished or anything like that. It's just the real, the raw, the energy that was there on the day and the conversations that we dared to have in front of a camera. So I hope you enjoy this episode. I've split it into two. So we've got 10 women on the next one and 10 women on the one after that. Please give us your feedback. Please cheer these women on. And I'm going to transition now. So I hope you enjoy our conversation. I don't know how this has actually happened. Okay. Yeah.
You felt the empowerment from the group. I was going to say, we just need to get together because we just keep wasting time.
Yeah, this is fine. Okay. So we are currently on our content and visibility weekend with these beautiful ladies here. We've decided to do an impromptu, very spontaneous podcast episode as we were all talking about the same sorts of things, weren't we? And we just thought, do you know what? This is something that every single woman needs to hear, that they're not alone. So I'd like to pass the mic round first of all, and you can all introduce yourself and your business. There you go.
I'm Sam at Cotto Travel.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Claire from New Wealth of Body Pilates Studio.
Hi, I'm Caitlin from Evoke and Lead Coaching.
And I'm Katie from Travel Counsellors.
Hello, I'm Amy from Memory Capture Photography.
Hi, I'm Kelly from Melts of Mine.
And I'm Yvonne Hansen, the founder of Pathways to Alignment.
I'm Becky Kettlewell from Four Ways Pet Supplies.
And I'm Deb Miller from Deborah Miller Mortgages and Protection.
Thank you. I've got a mic, I'm all right, don't worry, you can keep it. So I've just walked up the stairs to grab you for the next person to come down into the studio, and I walked in on quite an emotional conversation of people talking about visibility and vulnerabilities and things like that. So I thought it was just important just to share our own experiences with other women that might be listening, because you've all stepped outside your comfort zones by coming here today. Some of you more than others. I know it was a big thing for a lot of you to step up and put yourself in front of a camera. So first of all, what made you want to come here today?
For me, it was a bit more about confidence, being in front of the camera and seeing what I could do, open up opportunities for me.
Yeah.
Myself, I think...
It's all right. It's me, I forgot.
For myself, I just wanted more personal branding pictures that represented me rather than like the stagnant ones that I'd got on my page. So I just wanted to just be myself a little bit more and feel more comfortable in front of the camera, because I don't really like having my photo taken.
And I'll second that. It's not easy, is it, putting yourself in front of a camera? But yeah, absolutely refresh of some photos that feel natural, feel like me. And I think that's what this day's been all about. Being around these amazing women, just being able to feel confident and comfortable. And I think you've done amazing at helping us all do that, Emily. So thank you. But yeah, it's been a fab day, and that's what I wanted to get out of today, and I have.
For me, there's been two parts really. I did need to update my branding on my website and on my social media, because the photos I use at the moment are a couple of years old, so I wanted to be more relevant and in the present. But the second part of it for me was, I'm a business owner that I work on my own a lot of the time, so I wanted to meet other business owners, and especially women business owners, and spend the day just bouncing ideas off each other, inspiring, motivating each other. So yeah, I've got two parts out of it today really.
Right, for me it was just getting out there, meeting new people, pushing myself, finding more confidence, self-belief, and just pushing myself to do something that I thought I would never ever do. So
Thank you. It's actually been really nice. We had a chat before we came today, and it's been really nice watching Amy come out of her shell while she's been here.
I don't feel like I've
You really have. For me, it's the same as yourself. It's been a bit of a two thing. I knew that I needed the branding for my business, for my socials, but also until I started in this business, I was in quite an environment where I was surrounded by a lot of people, and I didn't realise until recently, doing your networking, Emily, and online and in person, how much I'd missed that. So it's been really nice being around women again, and it's made me realise how much I've missed being in that environment. So it's been lovely. Thank you.
Hi, yeah, mine was like in two parts as well. It was about investing in me and investing in my business. So I want to raise the profile of my business, but I also want to inspire the women that I work with, that you have to invest in yourself. So whether that just be an afternoon or a day pampering, mixing with other women, you know, it's all worth it in the end. You reap the dividends for whatever you put into yourself.
Yeah, just the same as everyone else really. I've never done anything like this before, so and I could have quite easily turned the car around this morning, but I'm glad I didn't, because I've had a laugh and everybody's been really nice, and it's just been nice to be out and, you know, do something for myself for a change as well, because I don't really do that very often. Yeah. Business takes over, and kids and family, so yeah, it's been great. Lovely day, yeah.
Mine has been stepping outside my comfort zone, finally getting on the camera after about 20 years. But I think one of my big highlights today is seeing how Amy has grown, and how Ruby came doing a little directing, helping with my photo shoot before, and how a little 13-year-old can really inspire other women. And I think she needs like a big round of applause, because when I look back, I'm 46 and I can't go on camera, and she just came like such an empath, just coming and putting people at ease and just sort of making a difference. And I think it's been lovely as well, all being able to share our own sort of, it was a sad story that we got speaking about at the top of the stairs that brought this podcast about. It was somebody's life-changing story that was sort of tragic, but showing how it can impact different people's business, and just listening to people and opening up, and just feeling by listening to like one person's tragedy has had a really good sort of result for us, and hopefully it'll inspire and empower other women to come along and sort of make a difference. And as well, just to thank Sean for putting this together and sort of being such a great role model for women to sit in front of a camera and behind a video, and to sort of have that confidence in your studio that you really put people at ease. And it's just been a fabulous day that everybody should do it.
Oh, thank you. Do you know what? I'm surprised Ruby came. I've been asking her for weeks, and she's not been bothered. And then I just happened, 10 minutes before I was leaving this morning, I just happened to go in a room and I said, do you fancy coming? And she went, this time on a Saturday morning? And I was like, come. And I genuinely thought she'd have come and just sat in the corner with her phone, and not really. And then by the end, she was taking your photos, she was holding the camera, she was moving the light, she wants to come back tomorrow. And I'm like, oh,
she's been great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I know a lot of you privately messaged me before today saying that you feel not confident in yourself. So a lot of you are so skilled and talented at what you actually do as a business, but I feel like as women we hide behind that a lot of the time, because we do naturally default to being the caregiver to everybody else and putting everyone else first, which is exactly why I wanted the hair and the makeup and the private jet lunch today, because I thought we all bloody deserve it. But do you honestly and openly, do you struggle with that and being online and showing up and things? Because I think it's more common than a lot of people care to admit.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, I think that is for my business, that is the bit that I struggle with the most. I can post a million photos of products and things that I've made, but getting myself out in front of the camera, my face or my voice is a real struggle for me. But we've talked about it today and said no matter what we think of, I mean, they're going to be amazing, and I know that they are, but so we're also critical of ourselves, aren't we? That even as amazing as they might be, I don't care whether I think they're rubbish or not, they're going out there because they're what I've got, so they are going out, and we've all sort of said that, haven't we?
We don't see ourselves like others do either.
No,
so I might look at your photos. Well, I will look at your photos and be like, you look amazing. Yeah. Like I did with you earlier, you know, you do. But like I say, we're so critical of ourselves for sort of everything. But no,
I think that's what's been so nice about today, because we've all been able to boost each other up. Like sometimes when you do these brand shoots, you're on your own and you can't pick yourself up like other people can. And I think that's what's been so nice, kind of get together with everyone today and just go, no, you can do it. Oh no, that was amazing. And I think that's been really special.
And it's genuinely what we mean as well. And you know, you're not just saying it to say it, you mean it. I've looked at you all today and what you're doing, and you are amazing. You know, it is amazing what you're doing. You do feel what you're saying. You feel you're not saying it for the sake of it.
It's like when we were chatting, Deb, and you were talking about not doing the video, but then you started speaking to me about all these amazing things that you do, and I was like, oh, where's my camera? I want to be recording this right now. This is it. Yeah, it's been fab.
So Claire, Sean and I came to your Pilates studio, so you've had a double whammy of us, to not just do the personal branding but the business branding side of things as well. So just for the sake of everyone here, we did sort of like your drone, we did your customer testimonials, your headshots of all your staff and all that sort of thing. What was that sort of experience for you in comparison to today as well? Because today is very about your personal brand, and that was about your business and all your happy members and things like that. How have you found those two experiences?
I found them both equally really, really good. The branding day at the studio was great. The customers loved it. We had a really good laugh.
It was so fun.
Poor Sean got it on all the time. But yeah, it didn't feel like I thought it were going to be. So even though Sean went in and out with the cameras, it just felt quite comfortable. I could just be myself. So yeah, it was a really great day. Got loads and loads of great footage. Like I say, the staff loved it, the customers loved it, and it didn't feel hard work, apart from towards the end when I couldn't get my words out and I was just messing up. I just had enough. But yeah, it didn't feel hard, and you guys work really well together as a team, in the sense that Sean does all his expertise on the camera, the video, and you just make it a lot easier and a lot more comfortable. So even our customers said the member testimonials were not as hard as they thought they were going to be. So that experience was great. Today's been lovely in the sense I haven't had business brain on. Yeah. It's just been me. I can come along, be more personal and just be myself a little bit more, which I am myself at work. But yeah, just to have a laugh and connect with business women and not feel like I'm the one who's got to be in charge. It's nice for you guys to just take over. But yeah, today's been really, really good, and it's great to connect with such great, like-minded women, and it's been lovely to see everybody's confidence grow.
Yeah.
That's been lovely. I really thought that's been a nice experience. Doing it on your own, which is what I've done before, you don't get that same connection. So yeah, it's been a great day.
Good. So I'm interested to know, while I've got you all and you've such a range of experiences and things, what do you think is the biggest struggle in business for female founders that doesn't get spoken about enough? That's open to anyone.
For me, it's the juggle. And I do definitely feel there's the female bias or male bias, however you sort of describe it, that I'm a mum, I'm a business owner, I'm a wife, I'm a friend, I want to look after me as well, and it's that juggle of doing it all and where should I be at what time, and I almost feel like sometimes going to work is a privilege. I'm like, I just want to go to work, I want to be able to do my job because I've got the school run to do, I've got kids clubs to do. So for me, the hardest thing in my business is everything else that goes with that, and the juggle of doing it all.
And I'd second that, absolutely. I think that's why it's been so amazing for us all to kind of sit around here today, because we've all took a step away from that. We've kind of been able to take our mum hats off a bit and just have a fun day. And I think that's what's so hard, isn't it, in terms of running your business, because the mental tabs, the million mental tabs that you've got going on in your brain, they don't stop when you decide, I want to put me first and I want to be creative and create something that I want. That part doesn't stop. You've got to do it alongside it, and that is really, really hard. And I think that just shows how strong mums are, women are. It's incredible what we can achieve when we put our mind to it, but it's just getting to that point of actually doing it and saying yes to yourself.
And that's, I think, something else that we've got from today is that you don't feel alone with those thoughts, because those words that have just come out of your mouth, I could have said exactly the same thing. The amount of times you're at home and you say to yourself, I'm a mum, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a friend, all of those things, and the mental load of that, it's huge, isn't it? And you do feel like at times that there is only you in the world that feels like that, and it's so nice to listen to everybody else and know that you're all juggling a business and all of that, and there's not only me with all those tabs open. We're all doing that. And we can do that.
We do it.
We can, because we do it. You're right, we do it, yeah.
Amazing.
Do any of you have any advice from your own experience that you might give to somebody that is probably hiding a little bit and playing small? Like, you've all stepped outside your comfort zones today. You're going to go with amazing pictures and fabulous videos and things, but I can see the light in you all and the energy growing throughout today, just being surrounded by each other and learning. Like, you've had your workbooks and things as well. Yes, we've fucked up in front of the camera, but we've got on with it. We've took a deep breath and carried on. So do any of you have any advice for the women that are sort of playing small a little bit at the minute?
Well, you've just sworn, and I were going to say stop giving a shit, because we do, don't we?
Yeah.
We care too much about everything else, and the older you get, you stop caring as much like that. It does become a bit easier to stop. And so no matter what your age, I wish I'd have known 20 years ago what I know now. I wish I'd have felt 20 years ago what I feel now, and being able to put myself at that age in the position that I'm in now without stressing over, I'm not good enough at this, I can't give my all to that, I haven't got the time, stop.
A nice reframe that I've used in the past to kind of help me actually get out of my own head is a question that you always ask yourself: who do I think I am? Trying to do that to actually, why not me? Why not me? You see all these amazing examples of women building businesses, they're mums, they're juggling it all, and they're doing amazing. And I think sometimes you sit there and you go, oh, that is amazing, but they must have X, Y, and Z. Well, no, it's that reframe of, that's amazing for them, why not me too? And I think that really helped me to just give it a go.
I think one of the things for me is when I first started out is what are people going to think?
Yeah.
I'm not posting that. What will them I used to work with think? And then I think you need to just get over that and do it anyway, because it doesn't matter what they think. They're not the people going to be paying your wages. They're not the people who are going to have to deal with anything that comes from it. But I do think that does stop a lot of people starting out as, I'm not posting that, I'm not saying that. And I even do it now. I think, I can't post that. But after today, it's going to be different.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think even now I'm thinking people are going to think, who does she think she is in a podcast? Dare I share? Dare I? Well, I do know who I am, and I am in a podcast, and I am going to share that I'm in a podcast. Why not me? Yeah, absolutely that.
To share
Yeah.
Own it. I think for me, it's not overthinking it.
Yeah.
So just do it. What's the worst that can happen?
I was going to say that, just sort of take the plunge, because I had my Facebook page set up beginning of August. I didn't publish it till the end of October because I just didn't dare do it. I didn't want people to think, gosh, what is she doing? Like, been in a nursery for 11 years, why are you going into photography now, and just battling, are you good enough? What are people going to think of your photos? It's me in the spotlight now, like I'm in charge of doing that. Like it's a lot to sort of to think about. But yeah, just got to push yourself and not expect too much either, because I just take every little sort of achievement, as it is, and just don't expect too much. So that's
Absolutely. And like touching on what you just said there, in terms of if you've been in an industry for such a long time, sometimes you think, well, this is me, I need to stay in my box. And actually I think we need to understand that as we go through life, especially in motherhood, it's seasons of life, and it's okay to grow through those seasons of life. And actually you get to a point you think, well, actually I want to redefine who I am now, and actually this is a path that I want to go down. And that's where the feeling of judgment comes in, because you think, well, I should stay in my box. And it's that understanding of that I'm a completely different person to what I was pre-kids, and I'm proud of it. I mean, it broke me down before it actually built me up. But that's the joys of motherhood though, isn't it? It does break you down, but it builds you into this stronger, more resilient person. And actually I'm no one, I'm not anywhere near what I used to be, but that's okay. And I think sometimes we get that feeling of, well, I should be in this lane, but actually what I want to be is in that lane. And I think that's really important.
I feel the same. I do. I've got a 2-year-old, so it's all new to me, and just trying to find yourself again.
Yeah.
Just do something for me.
Absolutely.
I think we need to get out of this comfort zone and just get out there, because we hide behind a business name. Nobody buys into a business. They buy into us. They buy into our personalities and who we are. So we just need to be us, don't we? Believe in ourselves.
And I think as well, coming on days like today, it just highlights that you need your hype women around you, and the people that aren't going to be your hype women, the people that are going to judge you and going to question why you've grown, why you've changed, they're the people to just walk away from and let them fall to one side, because if they're not supporting you and they're not building you up and championing you and being your cheerleader, then actually we don't need them in our way. Find a room where people are going to be your cheerleader.
Emily, you created that.
Someone actually tagged me in something the other day online and called me the #1 hype girl, and I was like, do you know what? I might own that. I might put that in my bio. Like, I am the #1 hype girl.
Seriously, like this morning, let's go girls.
I said that as well, didn't I? How cheesy. But that's the thing, like, I know you're all going to come in and feel like, believe it or not, like, I know I'm on camera all the bloody time, but I'm not really confident in myself. It's not that I look in the mirror and think like, oh, you've got it all together. I've put 3 stone on since I've been working from it. I don't even recognise myself in pictures. And actually, when I booked my first ever personal branding shoot, I'd got the most stunning venue imaginable, the most incredible outfits. Not that Sean appreciates a lot of my outfits, but my husband actually said to me at that time, why have you booked that now? Because you're going to spend all that money on it, and you're going to come home and I know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to do what you do after every single event, and you're going to look at them and say, don't like that, don't like that, don't like that, not using that. But I'm like, I was feeling so suffocated. I was like at the lowest point in my life that I didn't feel like I was being true to who I actually was, and I was really, really emotionally struggling with that. And I was like, if I don't do it now and move and just get out there and start being me, then I'm constantly going to be in this frame of mind. It's killing me. And I was like, if I wait till I lose the weight, if I wait till I feel confident, if I wait till I feel comfortable, I think you don't wake up one day and decide. Ready's a choice. Like, you choose that you're ready and you've just got to go and move. And then when you do move, you go for the pictures. Yeah, you might be a bit uncomfortable with yourself, but you've done it and you've got that evidence. And to be fair, that's got, do you know what I mean? It's got me out there. I'm visible. I'm getting business from it. I'm like, as cheesy as this sounds, like, I know that I'm impacting lives and having a positive impact on people's lives. And if I'd have chosen not to go on that shoot and not to do it and wait and play small until I felt ready, it was never going to happen. So I think what you've done today, you should be so proud of yourselves for. Not all of you will feel 100% your best right now, but you've still shown up. You've still driven here today. You've still all turned up barefaced this morning in your jammies, like ready to go. And look at what positive thing has come from that as well. And whether you look at those pictures and you think, yes, that's the most empowered, best version of me, or whether you think, oh, I could have done that better, or I could have done this better, you putting them out there is going to do so much good for you. And I'm looking at Deb.
Are you ready to make your video now, Deb?
I'm going to make me video in a bit. I lost my train of thought before because I'm going to dedicate this to your sister. I don't know her name, sorry. Ellen. This is to Ellen. And the sad conversation that we was having at the top of the stairs that has made this podcast possible. And it's just to show how getting out of our comfort zones and all coming together today and speaking about some really sad things has actually turned out to be a really good ending to the day. And now it's going to inspire a lot of other people. And now she's still with you. Sorry. Come on. And she's going to impact more lives, even though she's not here, that she's still going to be part of your life and she's going to inspire. And we're all going to keep thinking now that this morning when I said, I want to make a difference with them as a mortgage advisor with life things. When you asked me, if you don't mind, we was mentioning about gambling addictions and how people can make a difference. That sometimes people think I'm just a hairdresser or I'm just a nail technician. It's never just. People are sat with women saying the most utmost like secrets and the confidential stuff that they'd never tell the families. And I was professionals in our business that if we all just listen a little bit more to our customers and people that we come across, if somebody's eyes don't look right or they don't see themselves, be inquisitive and ask and just see. You don't see me yourself, are you sure you're okay? Because somebody might just open up one day about a struggle that they've got where you can sort of make a difference. And that's,
I think this is what it needs to be, because my whole ethos is around creating that safe space where people don't feel judgment or ego or comparison, and that everyone's not alone, because it's such a lonely journey running your own business. I think that's what I suffer with most, especially when you work on your own and you work from home and things as well. And I think this community is, I feel like it's just the start of such a movement of women all supporting each other and creating that positive and thriving, safe community that I hope you would all know. You can come to me anytime and talk to me about anything, and there would be no level of judgment there, do you know what I mean? And just the connection that you've made today on, I don't even know what time it is, but on just the few hours that you've been here, I find absolutely incredible.
I've never known that before with somebody like yourself though, Emily, where you do give your time like that, and what you give for free in general. I've spoken to business coaches or whatever people, I've no clue what people would call themselves, but we've spoken about it, and you said instantly, I think Emily's for you, and I've never ever known that before. So if anybody is thinking of doing something, it's picking the right person to do it with, and I think that's why we've all gelled so well as well, because we're all similar, completely different backgrounds, completely different businesses, but similar mindset that all warmed to you and the way that you work. And I think that's what's been so special about today as well. It's not just going with somebody to help your business, it's finding the right person to help your business, because a few of you have really,
We've just done 2 reels, right? Finding the right Pilates teacher for you, Pilates class, and then you've done the same, haven't you, for travel agent, travel consultant. So that's basically what our reels have been about, finding that right person for you as an individual who you need.
When the market's so oversaturated, it's how do you find the right client that is right for you and that you're right for them, and picking the right sort of connection.
That's going to have that such positive impact on you. And like you said, Emily, when you were not confident about actually putting yourself out there, but you impact people in such a positive way, and I think that's amazing that you made that decision, because we wouldn't all be sat here otherwise. So it's been amazing.
I mean, I feel horrible saying this. I had to turn someone down on the Visible and Paid programme yesterday, but I was really honest with her. Like, I could have just sat there and took her money and said, yeah, come in, sort of thing. But not that it's not right for her, it's just not right for her right now in the position that she's in. I'd rather be honest with that, and if I can't help someone, I will tell them. I will say, listen, I'll point you in the right direction, sort of thing. And then I sat last night with that icky feeling a little bit like, should I have let her on? Because I think she felt a little bit of rejection as such. But actually, I will always just be honest and open, and if I think I can help you, I'll tell you. And if I don't, then I'll also be honest about that as well. But this is what it's about for me. It's about the impact, not necessarily about the money and the profit side of things. So.
And that's why being visible is important, because people need to know that you are the right fit.
Yeah.
And if you weren't on the million videos and reels and stuff, we wouldn't all be here today.
My slick back hair and my triple chin.
And numbers have bought into you, and I've known you for years.
Yeah.
I remember my first networking event, God, years and years ago.
What year would this have been? Because I'm just trying to work it out.
It was at an hotel. It weren't even one of your dad's. It was at an hotel, and you were.
I was the guest speaker.
Yes, you were.
I forgot about that then.
And I walked in, and I was just like, oh God, it felt really like out of my comfort zone massively. And I didn't know you.
I can remember exactly what I was wearing.
I'm like, that went better than I thought.
That's the first time I'd ever worn coral lipstick, and because I've got quite big lips, I'd been drinking the coffee, and when I came out and I looked in the mirror, I'd got like red here, and I thought, I've just done a keynote. I remember it so clearly, because we were going on a social afterwards to the Great Escape Rooms.
Yeah.
So when I turned up to that event,
You were ready for that, yeah.
I was like dressed up to go out, and I think everyone was like, who the fuck does she think she is?
I bought into you straight away because she was nice, you were friendly, and just made me feel like actually networking can be for me.
I didn't know that's where.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But most of us have probably met Emily either at an event or seen her online, and we've connected because of your energy. But if you wasn't visible, you wasn't out there, we wouldn't be here today, would we?
That's an interesting question, actually. Where did you all hear it? Like, you came to one of my Female Success Hub events like years and years ago, didn't you? Didn't you drive all the way from Liverpool to it?
Yeah, so I first met you via your dad, who came from Richard McCann with the ICANN.
Yeah.
And that's when I drove from all that way for an event to Sheffield. And in the rain, and it was fab. And I thought, when you find your tribe, it's worth travelling for, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like today, by the time I get home, I think it would have been maybe 500, maybe 600 mile round trip. It might even be 700 miles, but it's worth it.
Thank you.
And I think the ladies here are all worth it as well, when we've all been chatting amongst ourselves, just being real. What other women can turn up in the morning with absolutely no makeup on, meeting some strangers, or you've recognised and thought, I saw you online the other day, but you had foundation and lippy on. Who are you? We're not dressed without our mascara on, and you're walking in to like a room full of women and then thinking, right, we're going to go and get our hair and makeup and then go in the studio and then land on a podcast. I think it's all just being real and leaving egos at home, isn't it? And just showing up as yourself. And that's where people connect with like real people, isn't it? And people's hearts.
Try and find someone else that'll dance and do cartwheels for you to make you laugh.
Natural laugh, not a giddy laugh.
All right, just fling your head back and just pretend you're on the Titanic in front of the fan. But I'm really glad that you've all enjoyed today. It's been more than I expected it to be, not just with your feedback. I thought it'd be absolute bloody chaos, if I'm honest. You know, with the rotations and that many women getting changed and hair and makeup, and I was panicking thinking, don't want you all just sat there bored, which is why I've obviously done the workbooks. But I knew at the same time some of you would need me in here with you as well. Do you feel like that has made a difference, or do you feel like you would have? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, otherwise it would be like,
But it works, it didn't feel chaos. It's flowed so nice. Yeah. It's flowed so nice, and like even like say even people getting changed, we've not been overlapping or waiting for the changing room.
really nice,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I think everyone's been really respectful of everybody's timings, and yeah, we definitely needed you in this room.
I feel like we need to mention Elaine and Jack as well, because they've gone, but hasn't he been a little gem today?
Yeah,
He's been brilliant.
great on the camera as well.
Yeah.
I've done my professional photo.
He's come down and had a photo shoot. That's what's so important to me, because I think when I first started going to networking events, literally I was like a teenage mum with my pram turning up, and they were all in suits and like very corporate sort of thing, and then there was me sort of hiding behind the roller banner breastfeeding and people like shushing me and things like that. To have Ruby here today and to see her like that, and like people have said to me with Empowered Live next year, I've got a fully staffed nursery. Like, when I mean a fully staffed nursery, I mean a fully staffed nursery. Like, and I'm putting it on for free, but I'm like, I don't want women to have to choose between being a loving and present mum and showing up for herself and her business. So the fact that Elaine's brought Jack here today, and he's had fun, I think. He said it was the best day ever. So
Wanted to come in on his way out, but I think you were doing a video. He was so keen to come back in.
yeah. Well, thank you for all of your positive feedback. You've created some work for me, because all I've got going around in my head now is like, we need to keep this going, we need a membership, we need to keep meeting up. But is there anything sort of, take the opportunity now, I don't mean a full-on sales pitch, but I mean, is there anything that you've got a message that you want to say to other women, or any feedback on today that you'd like to just sort of round off with before we all go for food?
Just do it. Just put yourself out there. Just say yes to yourself. Genuinely, that would be my biggest advice today. If you're on the fence, not knowing which way to go, just do it. Just put yourself out there. It's been amazing, we've loved it. And I just think we, like we've said the whole time, we hide behind our business, we hide behind our mum hat, and I think it's just important to just say, do you know what, this is for me.
This is ours.
Just say yes.
Get out
the
of your
best
own way.
things of our comfort zone, which today's been a great day, but comfort zone this morning we're all a bit like, So yeah, that's where all the magic happens.
Okay, I want a parting word from all of you before we go. So do you want to start over there and pass it round? Dev's thinking, no. Words, anything.
If any lady out there is struggling with personal problems, just speak to another lady. If anybody in your family, your friends, just speak out and get some help, and then come here and get some coaching.
Yeah, for me, just don't listen to any negativity or anyone trying to put out your fire. Just go for it.
Mine's short and simple, and that would be just invest in yourself.
Oh, you've stolen my words. I was thinking exactly the same about the financial investment. That's what it didn't sit comfortably with me. Women, I don't think we spend money on ourselves, but it's not. I believe that the money that is spent is going to come back tenfold from what I've learned today. So financially investing in myself, in my business, I think that is something that we really need to do more often.
Can we unpack that a minute, just for those listening? Do you mind? So we initially had a call, didn't we, about how your business was absolutely flying at point, but you were in burnout and you were in exhaustion. And then as soon as you took that step back and had time for you, sales dropped because you weren't constantly on it all of the time. So I was like, right, we need to find a way of getting this business to be profitable, for it to run and make sales, but without that taken away from you. And we had an initial sort of discovery call and everything like that. You came to my event, but then Visible and Paid came along, and I was like, it'd be really good for you. We spoke about one-to-one as well, but then you definitely, your sticking point was that you've never invested personal money into the business, and in your mind they are two separate things. I will be completely honest, I sunk an absolute fortune from my personal account into my business to get set up with branding and websites and things. But you came back to me and was like, I've had a complete shift of mindset. I feel like a weight's lifted off my shoulders. Let's go for it. Let's do it. So what changed?
I don't know. I think it took me, I don't know, it was a month to 2 months. I don't know how long that time was it? And I think it really did not sit comfortably with me. My business wasn't in a position to invest in Visible and Paid right now, and I didn't want to take that money out of, because I just wouldn't do that ever. And then I had conversations with yourself, with Sam, with my partner, and I must have kept going on and on about it. And he said to me, look, you are always going to wonder, if you don't do it, you're going to wonder if that would have been the turning point for your business. And I think that was a bit of it is right. It is, if I will always wonder, and I really wanted to do it, and the dates didn't seem to align for me. So then I was like, somebody's telling me not to do it, but then as soon as I had thought, right, I'm just going for it. You know, I'm going to go for it. I'd done a couple of things with you in the run up to that really made me think this is for me. It is what my pricing needs.
That pricing calculation, I could see light bulbs going off in your head.
So I thought it's going to pay for itself, and you know, just looking at a few different prices, it's going to pay for itself. Same as today, the things that we're going to take away from here are going to pay for it's going to pay for itself. And as soon as I'd made that decision, the difference that I felt, that I wasn't beating myself up about doing it anymore, I was just doing it, you know. And there is, we've spoken as well about a bit of imposter syndrome. Who does she think she is, you know, and all of that. So I went and bought myself my pink power suit.
She's a boss bitch.
And I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to throw my all into it. Absolutely, I am. Yeah. Thank you. For you. Thanks.
I'm buzzing. I can just see the growth in you already. We've not got started yet. But I know what's coming, and that's what's really exciting. And doing that calculation. So we did a financial calculation about how much staying invisible and playing small is actually costing you. Because if you start to calculate that over a year, when I did it, I mean, I pay like a mortgage for Ruby's gymnastics, but I was like, that'd pay for gymnastics for Ruby. So why am I getting in my own way still? Because the only person it's negatively affecting is me and my family. So I feel like it's our duty to kind of show up for ourselves. So I'm buzzing. I'm really proud of you. I'm buzzing for you. And Amy, right? You came up to me earlier and you were like, "Are there any places left on this meal tonight?" And I said, "Yes." So what changed there for you?
I don't know. I think I've been all week just thinking, oh gosh, I can't do this. What am I doing? This is not me. I never do anything like this. And I was thinking by 4:30, I'm going to be thinking, just get me home. Like, I'm going to be ready to go home. Need to be back to be mum, you know, back to my little one. And then this morning I was just like, you know what, I'm here. I've got this far. why am I stopping now? Just push myself that little bit further. Hopefully I'm going to make lots of friends, which I have. You've all been amazing. Like, I really feel like I've got to know some of you. Obviously, you've been so vulnerable with me, just connected on so many different levels. And then I just said to you, didn't I? I was like, here's the space for me, just I'm here, let's just do it. Like, just keep pushing myself.
It's a shame I don't drink anymore, or you'd have been with me in Pop World at 5 in the morning. That is literally what used to happen. My events used to start at 6, Claire knows this. So I used to go in my heels at 6 o'clock in the morning, set up all the roller banners and stuff. I have Sean helping me with that now because I'm like 5 foot and I'm like, and then literally I would, because people used to travel from like Scotland and Cornwall like to the events, so then you feel obliged to take them out afterwards, show them around Sheffield, and then it'd get to that daft o'clock in the morning where the lights had come on in Pop World and I was like spiraled on the dance floor, and I'd turn up home and my husband was like, you've been gone like 24, 48. And trust me, I was still in my suit, I was still in my heels. Like, all of you today that have been like, do you want to swap shoes with me? And I'm like, I'm so used to this. But just the fact that you've had that little flick and that switch today already, and you deserve it. Like, your identity's not just mum. And for you being a photographer as well, what's it been like being on the other side of the camera for a change?
Nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
I was like, that was the thing I was just obviously worrying about the most. And then when that was done, it was like, oh my God, now I've got to talk on the camera. Like, that was a whole new level of nerves that I'd not even sort of prepared for. I didn't quite sort of conquer that one, but it's step. It's, I tried, and that's all you can do. And that's probably what I would say to other people, is just try. Like, I've put off for years, I've said for years, like, what can I do? There's got to be something more, like, I need to do more. And I just got to try.
Do you know that event that you came to of mine then in person? Was that your first ever
in-person so I was going to mention that as well. That was obviously the first huge, massive thing that I did, obviously pushing myself. And put a huge post on Facebook about that, saying, I'd get out of my comfort zone. I'd literally drove 55 minutes across Sheffield, which is another sort of anxiety attack in itself. Every moment of that day was just huge for me. And obviously the moment I met you, you flung your arms around me.
Yeah, I don't think everyone likes that all of the time. That's very me, and people go...
Obviously, you introduced me to Sean straight away, which obviously, having that connection with him as well, having someone to talk to, just someone for advice as well, just signposting to other people, that's been great. So
good for you. Proud of you.
It brought me to Tamsin as well, which has opened up a whole other venture, which obviously, hopefully, I'm just juggling a lot at the minute, but
you'll do that.
Just trying.
There's a lot of connection. A lot of people are working together already just on the back of sort of a couple of events. So that's really nice to see. I don't always get to know about it. Like, they meet and they'll go and do their thing, and then later on they'll be like, oh, I did a contract with so-and-so and I've worked with so-and-so and I've booked holiday for so-and-so, and I'm like, oh, right. Like, really?
Yeah, you've been offering yourself out, haven't you? You're going to say I can come and help, because I said I'd help with little videos and things, just to help. I like to help. I'm a people pleaser, I think. I like to think anyway.
Can I just say, you've smashed it on camera on a podcast, so you have done it.
You have, thank you.
Katie, any advice?
I think my the words that go around in my head when I make decisions to do anything. Years ago, when I was in a sales role, one of the cheesy sort of sales trainings that I did was the acronym MIA, Massive Immediate Action. And that plays on in my head, and my sales manager at the time sort of changed it to make it happen. Make happen, not happen. And that is what I sort of live by now. So when I saw this come up, rather than me overthinking it and deciding, do I do it, don't I do it, I just think, no, action. I just need action, and action is being here on the day, and that's the kind of the way my brain works when I make a decision. And I'd just say to people, don't overthink, just do action.
And it's that momentum that then creates, and all those little compound effects that come together and moves you, like accelerates you, I think.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people talk to me about, so every coaching I do, whether it's one-to-one or visible and paid or what, we have so much accountability because I feel like people are very, they get fired up and inspired and motivated to take the action, but then they go home and then shit hits the fan and life gets in the way. So it's really about surrounding yourself with those people that are going to keep pushing you forward and making sure that you get done what you said you were going to get done as well.
I think it's very easy to sit at home or sit in the office and write a business plan or write an idea or write a strategy and sit behind that, but not actually look at it and go, right, I now need to do this. It's a lot easier to write it and think about it than to just do it. And yeah, I do try to just do it.
Yeah, busy isn't always productive, is it?
No.
We all like to think we're very busy. Kaylin?
So just building on that a bit, it's that kind of phrase, action builds confidence. People wait till they feel confident or qualified or ready, and it's that kind of, you need to flip it. You need to do the thing before you get the confidence. You need to give your brain the evidence to actually build it, and then you'll be able to feel confident. And then I suppose just something that I say at home to my kids and to myself, it's just a little phrase is, if you say you can, you can. If you say you can't, you can't. And it is just that mindset situation, isn't it? What story you're telling yourself. If you want to do it, say you can. And I use it with my kids, say you can, and it resonates. And I think the stronger you can flex your I can muscle, the better and more resilient you'll be.
Yeah. I'm just appreciating your top and trousers with my mug. Like it's the perfect,
so on brand.
The perfect blend. I love this. I'll borrow this.
And so mine is just believe in yourself and shine your light. We are all amazing, beautiful creatures that hide behind everything else that happens in life. So yeah, just be you.
I think for me it's more having the belief in yourself, like you say, and just having that thought of what is the worst that can happen. For me, leaving the corporate world and the massive salary and this, that and other, and it's like, it'll still be there if it doesn't work, if it doesn't. But I do think one of the things for me is finding your right room. I mean, in the last 5 months, I've been to so many networking groups, this, that and other, but I've got to say, since I've been to Emily's last 3, you finally find your room, the place where you need to be, and have people like yourselves, bigging you up, being there, helping you along. And I think that means a lot, especially starting out on your own.
Thank you, that means a lot. I'm going to invite someone into this conversation that's going to be really, really shocked and surprised at me, but Rihanna, do you want to come into the frame? So, she's come here today to volunteer her time. You can sit on my chair if you want. There you go. She's come here today to volunteer her time with us after she interviewed me for a media piece the other week. So this is the first time you've been in an environment like this, met all these women. You said to me earlier today, I'm absolutely loving it. How have you found today?
Yeah, literally as you said, I've really enjoyed it. I found it quite inspiring actually, being surrounded by so many amazing women that I can look up to, see what you've achieved, being business women but also mums, and seeing you all invest in yourselves is a good reminder for me as a young person to take that time to build your skills, build your confidence, and also network with other people. And it's been such a really positive environment. And yourself and Sean have been really accommodating for me, helping me. And yeah, I've really, really enjoyed it and excited to do it again tomorrow.
Thank you. Someone that might not be as excited, Sean. Pardon? Well, you best get in quick then. Come here. Come on.
I'll watch just in case it stops, seriously.
Okay. All right. So I just want to say a huge thank you. Thank you for the spontaneous podcast. We could be like the new loose women. I feel like Oprah or something. I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you for firstly trusting me and Sean and the team today with your confidence, your visibility and things like that. Thank you for taking the time to all connect with each other. Thank you for actually using the workbooks that I spent about 2 weeks printing. Sean helped me put them together, and I will sign off with that because we're going out for some good food and drinks and things together. But thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Amazing. Okay.